Hello, my name is Margaret Adele, and welcome to my Indiecember vlogs. This is gonna be a long one because I want to make these a week long, and I've already got a ton of stuff to do today alone. It is Sunday, December 1st. I spent my morning going through the board that I have. I'm not going to go through like what every square was filled by, but a quick overview of the books I reviewed, and that is The Crowlands by T.M. Creedy, Falling for Wolf by Dawn Marie Clifton, Until the End of the World by Sarah Lyons Fleming, Katie's Witch by Roxy Harper, Pomegranate by Nicole Scarano, The Mermaid Upstairs by Jamie Lilo, Bunny and the Bear by Eve Langlis, Unknown Horizons by Casey White, Vampire Knitting Club by Nancy Warren, and I Love the Slayer by A.W. Exley. So I covered over half of the board already. I got like 8 spaces left, and that's including the gift and indie book, and I'm really not sure yet. I haven't decided who I'm gifting it to, but I am going to tackle my nonfiction today with Libraries for Writers by, I just forgot her name. Let me check real quick. Sarah Perry. Libraries for Writers by Sarah Perry. This is a nonfiction book that I'm really intrigued by because it is basically a super short nonfiction all about how libraries work and what kind of books they accept in their libraries, and I'm hoping to use that to figure out what would be the best indie books I've read to suggest for my local library. So I probably will be doing another video based on what I learned there. It's also really short. I think it's like under 100 pages, which is great because we have so much to do today. Like, I might not be able to make this vlog a week long because of everything we got to do. We have to do what is our normal Sunday routine. My husband and I go to a local diner, the farmer's market, and a local coffee/bookstore place every Sunday. That's kind of our fun, we're secretly old people in millennial bodies routine. We also need to get groceries because we've been out of town for Thanksgiving and our kitchen is basically bare. And then hopefully we'll get around to putting up our Christmas tree. So it's a very busy day. I'm very glad that I picked a very short book because tomorrow begins the Book Junkie Trials Winter Quest. And yes, I did make it all indie books. I made these both work together in a weird way, thanks to my mom for always being willing to be my indie book buddy reader. So it's going to be a crazy week this week. I might break these vlogs up just so they don't, end up being like half an hour long. But let's go get our Sunday started. Yes, we are vlogging. So we're actually a lot later than usual because they forgot to put in our order at the diner. So we're a lot later on our schedule, but the good news is we got our breakfast for free at like noon, but it's fine. So now we're gonna head to the farmer's market, which is one of my favorites. So that was a really quick trip. We literally like breezed through to pick up like the 2 things we needed because at this point the farmer's market has literally become like a grocery store-esque stop. And the next up is the Brewed Book, which is probably my favorite place in town because it is a combination used bookstore and coffee shop, and it's one of the only places that I will actually get a coffee drink at because it's awesome and I love it. And also I love that they will give you almond milk in your drinks because this girl cannot do dairy anymore. Y'all to hear this. So we're driving, and I don't even remember what we were talking about, and then this genius right here goes, what does that Spark guy from Star Trek say? This is illogical? And I replied,
a catchphrase about like, this is highly illogical.
And I said,
like that.
Do you mean Spock?
Something like that. I don't know what his name. I never watched Star Trek. Spock? Spark? What kind of name is Spock?
This is the man I married. We are finally home. We have all of the groceries put away. Now I've got to get something uploading from my phone so I can get the, November monthly wrap up out. Then I need to take a shower. Then I need to do my dailies. I probably won't show you a lot of my dailies for these vlogs because it's literally the same like 4 tasks every day and that could get repetitive. So I probably won't show you a lot of those, but I got a lot to do today. We're hoping to put up the tree sometime tonight, depends on how we're feeling, because I'm not prepared to go back to work tomorrow, but I've only got like 18 days until Christmas break, so I can do it. Alright, having a much cuter hair day now. I finished some of my dailies, not all of them, but reading is part of it, so it works. And I am also waiting for the video to export. It'll probably be up by the time you watch this, so note to editing Margaret, put it in the description of this video. So I am now going to finally start reading, and this book I might end up actually taking notes on, even though I didn't ask for it for review or get it for review, because if I can get some decent information on how libraries work and what kind of books they're looking to accept, I am definitely going to do another video on it about getting more books in my library that are indie using the information gained here. So I'm super excited. Officially done with my first book, and it was even shorter than I thought it would be. It was only like 42 pages, but it had exactly the information that I needed in a lot of ways, because only one out of the 3 books I requested for my library back when I did that video got taken, and so this explained a lot more in depth what libraries are looking for and what the book needs to be. So I have a bunch of new ideas for what to request. I will be doing a second video, probably coming out this month, at least the first half. I'm not sure if I want to wait until like they actually get requested. Although if I start it tonight, I may be able to hit the ground running. I don't know. We'll look into it. But even though it wasn't actually meant for me, it was actually meant for indie authors, I feel like I know a lot more now. So I'm really glad that was my nonfiction pick. And I read a book in a day. I really can't start another book because I'm starting a readathon tomorrow. So, like, I guess I just have time tonight, which is great because I want to put up the tree. I will probably start requesting those books and getting that video put together. So, yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about this. I just wish I could have made the review a little bit longer, but again, it was 42 pages. So remember all those things I said I was gonna do? Like filming and getting a Christmas tree up? I fully intended to do those. And then I started playing Stardew Valley. And that game is addictive. And next thing I know, it's like 10 p.m. And in theory, I probably still could get that, at least the part of the video I wanted to do filmed. But also just want to keep playing Stardew Valley. So I'm probably just going to say goodnight here and try again tomorrow. I've got to read another book in a day tomorrow to keep up with the readathon. I'll explain it more tomorrow because it's a little bit of a more complicated readathon than BookTube usually does. So I will see you then. Okay, just got off work and it was a day. Coming back from holiday breaks is always hard for kids, especially those in special needs. So I'm ready to relax, but I gotta stop, grab some gas, and catch up because the Book Junkie trials already started and my buddy partner, aka my mom, has already finished our buddy read. So like, I gotta get going. I am home. But I can't quite jump into reading because usually when I just get home, I try to do at least 2 of my dailies, which is my Duolingo for the day, and then writing 500 words. And I'm super glad that I'm back to 500 words because I did 1,000 a day for the month of November in honor of Nano, and it, not gonna lie, I let some burn out near the end, so I got back to that. At some point, I need to start uploading all these videos so that I can get them off my phone and also kind of have like a gist of how long the vlog's gonna be and when I need to cut it off. And then I also need to read and explain to you what the Book Junkie trials are, and it's, wow. What did I do to myself to deserve this? Alright, I did half my dailies, took a shower, and remembered that my husband's actually going to be home a little later tonight, so I'm going to grab dinner on my own and hopefully get at least a little bit of stuff done so that when he gets home we can put up the tree, because we already got it cleared, it already feels empty in here, so I'm so ready to get it up. So I was going to practice some guitar before I finally sat down to read, but the app I use isn't working. Love that for me. Gonna have to go down that guitar, get a little empty space in my bullet journal. If anyone's interested in that, I might do like a Bujo spread video, but it would be like 2 minutes long because I am not creative in Bujo. Anyway, I wanted to talk quickly about what the Book Junkie Trials is before I jumped into my first book for it. So the Book Junkie Trials is basically this very, very long, month-long readathon with a story, and you travel to places, and technically you can beat it in like 5 prompts, but if you give me 16 prompts over the course of a month, I'm gonna read 16 books. So it's one of the reasons I've hit 16 books in a month, and I really liked the camaraderie. I really liked the storyline aspect to it. And so this month there's kind of like this little, it's almost like DLC readathon. It's a little extra readathon taking place over 1 week. And the idea was really cool to me. Instead of having each of the prompts, you read 1 book per prompt, or like having 1 book per prompt but allowing people to double up, the entire point of it is to double up as much as possible. So there are technically 11 prompts. However, one of those prompts is to like drink a hot beverage while you read. So that one doesn't really count. And I managed to find 3 indie books to read to cover 10 prompts. And it was tricky. And shout out to my mother for always willing to be my buddy read for readathons, because I don't think I could have found someone to be my buddy read for an indie book, and buddy read is one of the prompts. So we are reading Late Night Partners by Fennel Stewart. Fun fact, I was actually going to purchase this anyway. It was one of the ones that I had on my list because I needed a book that was both by a marginalized author with a queer character. And this one is both by a Black author with queer characters in it. And I was going to purchase it, but I hadn't like fully decided on that one versus others when I got an email from the author that was like, hey, do you want to read this for a review? So she gave me a free copy for a review. So I will also get a review video of this out at some point. It may already be out by the time you're watching this. I'm not sure, but I'm really excited for that. And this is a short fantasy novella. I think it's only around 80 pages, which is great. That means I can finish another book in a day. I don't even know how many books I'm going to read by the end of this video. And my mom is reading it with me. She's also using it for her recommended by a booktuber prompt. Makes me feel special, I'm not going to lie. So this one covers at least 3 of the prompts. And I don't know much about it beyond that. The synopsis has kind of like that vaguish synopsis. I know there's vampires involved. I know there's I think the protagonist, or one of the protagonists, is like a Black vampire as a result of slavery. I know a little bit, but I don't know too much. However, I am super grateful that the author gave it to me for review, and so we'll get that out. But I should probably get to reading now, shouldn't I? I am done. I was going to update like maybe like halfway through whatever, but it was just so short, and I was like, let's keep reading. It was a little bit confusing at parts. It was very poetic, and I almost wanted there to be an exposition dump, but essentially it is about this guy and his great uncle living in a neighborhood that is run down, and his uncle gets attacked by something that's, hey, a vampire, and they get pulled into this, another vampire shows up, and there's like a company that may low-key be staffed by vampires. That was all like pretty interesting enough. I appreciated that like garlic was actually a deterrent to vampires in this world. The big thing, and I'll probably go into this on my review, I loved that they used vampirism as like an allegory for gentrification of Black neighborhoods. Like, I loved it how like there was this obsession with vampirism can turn everybody better, but it was only this elite group of people that wanted to help this elite group of people be better. Kind of like how gentrification was meant to improve entire neighborhoods, but it's really only for white people. Like, I loved that allegory, even if a lot of it was confusing and I could have used a little bit more explanations. So I will be doing a full review on this one. Alex is not yet home, so I have a little bit of time to just chill out and hang out before he gets home, and we can start putting up the tree. Alright, as you can see, we have the base of the tree up. I actually started before my husband got home because I am impatient. And we have like a ton of ornaments because we both basically kept all of the ornaments we got as kids, except like the couple that broke in my life. And so our tree is like, it's so cute. It's like the memories of our lives, and I love that. But because it takes forever to put all of them on, we're going to put on a holiday movie. What are we watching? Are we doing the Santa Claus?
I would love to do the Santa Claus. You said you wanted a claymation.
I do want a claymation.
Well, I think all the I don't think any of the claymations are streaming.
Streaming services are letting me down. One of my ornaments from childhood, actually I think this is more from my teenage years, is literally just a stack of books, because this has always been my brand. Say hello to Alex in the background.
Merry Christmas.
Almost done. It's adorable even with its lopsided, weird tinsel, but as Alex always tells me, you have to put the topper on last.
We do it together.
Got it? And now we just gotta plug it in and turn the lights on. It is December 3rd, and work continues to be, I'm counting the days till break, but I am also really glad because I got new assignments for my freelance writing job, which means more money that'll be coming in January. And also, there's a live stream tonight I want to watch, so I'm not sure what book I should jump in right away. Maybe Hunter Sean, because I kind of really gotta get a review for that one. And I also need to film a review for Late Night Partners. Why do I have so much to do all the time? Alright, I have the stream going, the live stream. I've got most of my dailies done, and I was trying to pick what book to go with next. I thought about doing the second in the Prince Norrell series. However, I really don't want to have to take notes on anything today, and it's a review book, so I would have to. So instead, I'm going to go with Space Team by Barry Hutchinson. This is fairly satirical, comedic, space opera about a guy, a small-time con man who's thrown in with, like, the psychopaths as a kind of intergalactic suicide squad to save the world, and it seems really fun, and it's about 284 pages, so I can read that basically in 2 days. If I read like 142 pages a day. So that's the plan, get 142 pages today and tomorrow, and then I'll still have like 4 days-ish to finish out the last book in the readathon. And this one doesn't count so much for Indiecember because I already have both the sci-fi and the humor boards covered, and it has a lot of reviews. But this one is more just for fun. But I will still be reviewing it in honor of Indiecember. Every book I review, regardless of whether or not it is on the board, will get a review, just to make sure that I keep in the spirit of it, even if I'm not strictly covering the board. So Alex and I had decided to... This is him.
Hello.
To watch a Christmassy movie every night of December. So tonight we remember that it's like the cheapo $5 ticket night at the movie theater. So like, let's just go see Frozen. Okay, fine. Let's just go see Frozen 2. Just for fun. It was good. It still feels like an alternate dimension Frozen for me. Although the ending, I feel like Elsa and Anna's places at the end were where they should have been in the first one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, it fixed a lot of things from the first one. You can't retcon Elsa's parents to being better people, though. They were still kind of shitty for what they did to her growing up. But,
yeah.
loved it. And now, I should probably still get a little bit of reading done. Maybe not like halfway through tonight, but not too far away. I should be reading right now, but I've been spending the last 15 minutes explaining to my husband what Let's Plays are like, and now I low-key want to make him watch one. Comment down below if I should make my husband watch a YouTube Let's Play, and which one it should be. So, I wanted to get this thing read in 2 days, and I probably still can, but I don't have the brain for this tonight, and I'm thinking that I'm going to have to be very careful because with both work being what it is, working with special needs kids during a very high stress time of the year, and having taken on all of this extra freelance writing stuff, I have to be very careful that I'm not trying to force myself to do more than is mentally healthy, because any stress that comes over me affects the kids I work with. You can't really hide bad moods from kids. It's very hard. But I'm going to take it there. Read 50 pages. I'm loving it so far. It's Oh, like I already know people, like the exact kind of person who would like it, and it's it's very funny. It does that kind of thing, like in The Good Place, where it switches out all of the swear words for other words, and I love that. And the main character just keeps putting the word space in front of everything. Like at one point, he tells people, "Space Google it." Like it was great. So I'm enjoying it, but I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night hanging out, maybe working a little bit more on some editing. I might call it here, depending on how long it's getting, because it might be getting a little longer than I like. And 3 days is, I mean, for me, it's a pretty good vlog. So, I'll probably add on tomorrow a closing out if it is. But for right now, I just need to take some time to relax and prepare myself for work tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is the end of my first Indiecember vlog, and yes, it only covered 3 days, so I'll probably talk a little bit less so I can include more days in future vlogs. I've got a lot of big things coming up in my life. There might be some big announcements coming up in future Indiecember vlogs for my personal life, but it depends on how comfortable I am. So if you've enjoyed all of this, please let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that good jazz. Again, if you would like to see like my Bujo spread, please let me know. I also will hopefully have some other things up around this time that I can link to, like my wrap up and the late night partners review if you're interested in those. And with nothing else to say, I hope you have a wonderful day and marvelous tomorrow.